What's up, squash crew? Welcome back to another day of training inside instead of on a squash court. Yeah, it's going to be great. Stick with me. Today, I hope that you guys already all did our through session from this morning, which is very flowing and movement. So today, to really round off the day, we're going to do just pure engagement. Every exercise is going to be roughly 15 to 45 seconds. I'm going to use my sweet Casio from the 80s to really mark our time. And the goal is I'm going to do everything once through with you guys. And if you have enough juice left in the tank, you're going to hit stop and rewind once you finish and do it all over again. We're going to be working from the toes all the way up, finishing with shoulders and upper body. So here we go. To start, materials. If you can, please have some sort of ball with you. If you don't have a ball, that's cool. You can basically have anything, a teddy bear, stuffed animal, pillow, but ideally something that you can hold on to and use. Okay, starting. Toes. You're going to come into this position, so you need your hands on some sort of a surface. It can be on the back of a chair, furniture, whatever. And you're going to come into what looks like a classic calf stretch here. But instead, we're going to make our feet parallel. So they're on one line. So your right foot is directly behind your left foot, about 2 feet away from each other. And then from here, I'd like for you please to internally rotate your right ankle. So we're starting by really strongly engaging through the toes. So internal rotation of the right ankle. And now I want you to press your back toes down towards the ground as far as you can and hold for 15. Go. And release. From here, please bring your back foot in halfway, and you're going to, again, bend those knees deeply, and then you're going to press the back toes down and hold. 15. So really just trying to press those toes down as far as possible into the ground, engaging through the back toes as much as you can. 5 more seconds, press down as far as you can. Keep pushing and release. Other side. Right foot comes forward, left back, and you're going to bring feet in line with each other. And then again, internally rotate the back foot so that your toes are facing off slightly to the right. Push your back toes down and go. So really pushing through those back toes as deeply as you can, bending through the front knee, really keeping the front toes relaxed, but just pushing those back toes down, 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 engaging as much as you can. Release, coming forward halfway, bend both knees, and then again, press the back toes down into the ground as firmly as possible. Continue to bend through both knees, relaxing front toes, and back toes are pushing down as much as you can for 5 more seconds. Time. Okay, please go ahead and grab your ball. We're going to do some engagement for the ankles now. And we're going to do a balance. So let's all bring our weight onto our right foot to start. And just holding the ball isn't going to do much of anything. You're going to have your left leg out to the side. We'll be using the ball after in just a moment. And all we're going to do is some raises. And so we're just engaging through that right ankle by balancing, but now we're starting to engage through the glute as well. Hold on to the ball with both hands. And then leg forward, pulsing 15 seconds forward. And so really trying not to move any element of the body. Now begin to press the ball together or whatever material that you have, beginning to engage through the chest and shoulders. Same thing, left leg back, pulsing back. Control the movement. So really making sure that right leg is not moving as much as possible. Squeezing through that ball. Hold your balance. Don't look at me. And now we're going to bring the leg internal. So it's going to come across the front of the body. Should really start to begin to feel that through the left calf and ankle, squeezing through the ball for the chest, and also that's going to engage through the core. Okay, last 15 starting now. You can bend that left knee, and now we're going to twist from side to side, squeezing the ball. So this is going to be challenging because we have fatigue in that right ankle now, and that's the idea. Engage through the core to keep the balance and challenge yourself by letting the gaze follow the ball. Don't let the gaze just stay on the ground. Challenge yourself. 5 and time. All right, shake it out. Whew. You guys feeling that? I am. Okay. Left leg down. Same thing. Other side. Squeeze that ball. Engage. And pulses out to the right. Trying not to move that left leg at all. Engaging through the core. I like to flex my foot. It helps to engage through my glute a little bit more. And leg back. As we all know, the glutes, especially for squash players, are really your powerhouse muscle. And so learning to engage the glutes as much as possible in everything that you do is only going to benefit your game. Same thing and forward. In addition, learning to engage the glutes as much as possible as opposed to overutilizing the back in squash is key to prevention of injury. Keep squeezing that ball. Last one, here we go to the inside. Well, second to last one, I should say. And really engaging through that core. Smooth lift up, smooth down. Last 2, 1. Okay, guys, here we go. Balancing, rotate side to side. And again, really challenge yourself to keep your eyes on the ball and continue to squeeze that ball, helping to engage through the chest, shoulders, arms, and then connecting the core. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay, shake it out. Calf raises. You can let go of the ball. In fact, let's hold the ball. More interesting. So if you need to, you can hold on to something for your calf raises. Alternatively, if you can do it balancing, I'd recommend that even more. So we're going to do 30 seconds on the right for this, 30 seconds on the left. Take a hold of your ball, lift the left leg off the ground, and here we go. Squeezing the ball, lifting up, and then returning down. In your calf raises here, I really, first and foremost, love to do these on one leg because we don't really realize it when we do things with both legs, for example. We don't really understand which side is stronger or weaker. And then we also, without knowing it, can overutilize your stronger side and make up for the weakness on the other side. And so this sort of gives you no choice. Okay, other side, left side. Here we go. Lift it up. And really using that balance as much as you can. If possible, try not to rest down. So try just to graze the heel down onto the ground before you lift it right back up. And don't forget to squeeze through that ball. 10 seconds to go, guys. Keep it up. Squeezing through the ball. Time. Okay. Ball down. Wall sits with a wall angel. We're going to spend a minute here. So for this one, this is going to be shoulder mobility, but at the same time, quad engagement. And so we're going to come down into a lovely wall sit. Please make sure that your feet are roughly hip distance apart. Mine are slightly wider. That feels good for me. But don't bring them too much wider. And then too much wider. And then please make sure your thighs are parallel to the floor and your knees are roughly over your ankles. Okay, from here, I want you to engage your belly and push your low back against your wall. And really make sure that that stays connected the whole time, engaging through the belly. You're going to bring the elbows up, and then our wall angels are going to be going up and down on your wall. So make sure that you don't have anything like a doorknob in your way. And then you really want to keep the backs of the hands against the wall. You can do this elbows bent or arms straight. 1 minute. Don't stand up. Don't cheat on me. This is tough on the quads, but stick with me. So making sure, again, that you keep contact with the wall, with your hands, backs of the wrists, forearms. I have pretty good mobility in my shoulders because I work on it a lot, but you might go maximum to here, and that's absolutely cool. And just make sure that you're working within your own range of motion. Shoulder mobility, as you can imagine, is super important for what you do in your game. In squash, we can all tend to overutilize our shoulders with our swing to try and generate power as opposed to rotation and torque. And so making sure that the shoulders are engaged but also mobilized so that they can handle that type of movement is really important for prevention of injury. All right, guys, sticking with me. How you doing? 1 minute. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, come on off that one. Next, we're going to do lunge with the rotation with our deer ball. I'm going to go with a slightly bigger ball. It doesn't matter for you what ball you're using. So squash specific exercise right here. We're coming to a lunge, left thigh roughly parallel to the floor, and then make sure that you have a deep bend in that back knee. In a perfect world, your back knee is almost going to be hitting the ground, and we're just going to be doing some rotation, squeezing that ball. Ready? We're going to be here on each leg for 45 seconds. Here we go. So down, and then try not to move the lower half as you rotate to each side. And as you rotate, your eyes follow the ball so that you're really rotating the chest as well, coming all the way around and trying to get mobility into that spine while you're engaging that lower body and staying super stable in the bottom half of the body. Keep squeezing that ball, engaging through the chest and the shoulders. We have 15 seconds to go. You guys are doing great. I mean, I can't see you, but I'm totally vouching that you're doing great. So I believe in you and stick with me. Squeezing that ball. Oh, I think I just did a Peter Nickel face. Oh, all right, good. Time, shake it out. Right leg forward, left leg back. Let's reset the good old Casio. And go. Squeezing the ball. Right knee is bent so that the thigh is parallel to the floor. Left knee, if you have the mobility through that ankle, which I actually don't on my left side. I recently had toe surgery. But if you do have the mobility, get that knee down. Get it as close to the floor as you can and keep squeezing through that ball. We're more than halfway there. We have about 15 left. Rotating as much as possible and following the ball with the eyes. Last one. Time. Okay, sweet. So now we're going to make it down. We've done a bunch of our quads. We did toes, ankles, calves, quads. We've already done a little bit of glutes, but we're going to do some even more. We're going to go into our bridges. So we're going to do about 40 seconds with movement, 45 seconds with no movement. I like to incorporate a ball if you have it, or if you have your stuffed animal, whatever you have, just to be able to really incorporate the inner thigh as well, but it's not necessary. So if you don't have one, no biggie. So we're going to lie down. And then for the first one, we're going to have movement, whereas our hips will not touch the ground. Our hips stay off the ground, but we're going from A to B. All right. And then in this movement, I want you to please, please, please think about planting your feet firmly down into the ground. And those firmly keep pressing down. And what that's going to do is really switch on the hamstrings in the movement and not just overutilize the glutes and go into the back. Okay. So everyone's been thoughtful about their movement. Here we go. Go. Lifting up and then slowly going down. Keep squeezing the ball and then lifting back up. So go at your own pace, but please, again, thinking about pressing the feet down into the ground as you go up and down and really engaging through the hamstring and squeezing the ball. As you lift up, also thinking about trying to push up from the lower core as well as through the glutes and the hamstrings. 15 seconds to go. One more, uno más. Okay, my friends, hold it here at the top, and then we're going to hold for 45 seconds. Starts now. Squeezing the ball as much as you can, pressing the feet down into the ground. And now here, this is like super exciting fun. You're going to press your feet into to the ground and don't move the feet, but just slightly slide them back towards your shoulders. And then you're going to feel the hamstrings switch on even further. And then keep lifting up with the hips. Don't let them drop down. So we have several things we're thinking about here. We're squeezing the ball. We're pressing our feet down and sliding them back slightly to turn on those hamstrings. And we're keeping our hips lifted. We're doing great. We only have about 10 seconds left. Stay with me. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Extend the right leg and lift it up. Pulses up and down. 30 seconds here. Halfway there. Don't let those hips touch the ground. And then last one. Sorry, 5 seconds to go here. You can see this is my weak side. I'm so excited about this being over. And hold it at the top, 30 seconds. Oh my giddy aunt. So press that foot down again into the ground, keeping the hips up, and then you're also drawing it back slightly. It's going to further engage through the hamstring. 15 seconds to go. If you're not shaking like me, then please, please, please engage harder. Don't leave me alone in this shake. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Right foot down, left foot up. Immediately going into your movement. Lower the hips down, lift it up. Don't forget about our dear friend, the ball. It's to be squeezed. Squeeze it as much as you can. Continuing to press down through the whole of that right foot. Pulsing up and down. More than halfway there. We have about 10 seconds left on this side. Keep going. 5 seconds, guys. And la pièce de résistance. Hold it at the top. Squeeze that ball. Pressing the right foot down into the ground. Engaging through that right hamstring. Oh, a third of the way there. Keep going. Lifting up the hips. Keep pushing them up. Don't let them fall down. 10 seconds, guys. Stick with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Way to go. Virtual high five. But we're not done yet. Back. Okay, so we did all of our bridges. And now we're going to work on the back. So we're going to do 2 different types of Supermans. We're going to hold these for 30 seconds. The first kind is arms back. So Superman, as a reminder, we're going to have our hands back here. Feet are no more separated than, than hip distance apart. And then from here, we're going to lift everything off the ground and hold for 30. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Lift it off, everything up. So really thinking about here, shoulders are drawing back. Shoulders are drawing back and away from the ears. So really pulling those shoulders down and then lifting the hands up as high as you can, lifting the feet up, but keeping the gaze down in front of you. So we're thinking about lengthening the neck while we lift everything else up. And as you can probably feel, we're really targeting the low and middle back here. Keep breathing, keep lifting, and rest. So now we're going to bring the arms forward. And we're starting in 5 seconds. Same thing, but lift the hands up from the front of the body. And go, lifting it up. So as you can feel here, mid-upper back is now really strongly engaged. So trying to lift everything up as high as you can. I hope that you can lift up even higher than me. And continuing to breathe here and extending. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Everything is engaged here. 10 more seconds in this position. Lift, lift, engage, point the toes, reach the fingers away, one long line, and rest. Woo! Superman. Okay, planks. So we're going to start with our center plank. I am a stickler for an awesome plank, so I hope you are too. And for our center plank, hands together or apart, your choice, planker's choice. Everyone lift it up. Let's go. Okay, so now let's talk about specifics. We're in our plank. We have our elbows down, our full forearm is down on the ground, not lifted. And then from here, I want you guys to make sure your feet are no more than hip distance apart. And then that your shoulders are directly over your elbows, if not slightly further in front. Now press your forearms down into the ground, and without moving your elbows or your hands, you're going to gently slide the forearms back on your surface towards your feet. So again, you're not really moving them at all. You're just sliding them back slightly and towards your feet, and you'll feel a further engagement. Now from here, keep this motion of sliding back the elbows, but now pull your heels back. So you're pulling yourself forwards essentially by drawing your elbows back, and your heels are drawing yourself backwards. So forward with the upper body, back with the lower body. And straight into right side plank. Up, that was 1 minute. We got 1 minute here. In your right side plank, if it's too hard for you to stack your feet, you can do one foot in front of the other. But I think by now most of you can all do side plank on stacked feet. Please look down. Make sure the shoulder is directly over the elbow. Left arm can be lifted around the waist, whatever you prefer. And just really thinking about pushing up through that right hip on the bottom, lifting up through that right hip. And look, we're already halfway there. Again, time flies when you're planking and having fun. Pushing up out of that shoulder joint as well and lifting everything up, 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 up. And time, that was 45. We're gonna do 45 on each side. Left side, lift it up, up, up. And again, let's do our checks. We have our feet stacked. We have our shoulder directly over our elbow, and our hips are lifting up nice and high. And then I like to extend through that upper arm and reaching up towards the sky, helping to elongate everything. And again, just really pronouncing through that lower hip and trying to reach that left hip up, 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 up. 15 seconds to go. Maybe lifting up the gaze towards the top fingertips, testing out your balance. Last 5 seconds. Keep the hips lifted up as much as possible. And time. Okay. Just because side planks are so fun and we want to engage the glutes squash players, let's add on. Let's progress. Let's go back to that right side plank. Here we go. Lift it up and lift up the top leg. 20 seconds right here. Let's go, my friends. Keep lifting the hips up. Extend the top arm and push that bottom hip up, 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 up. Keep lifting up that left leg so it's at least parallel to your upper body. You have 3, 2, 1. Straight into the left side. Lift it up. And right leg up. Here we go. 20 seconds right here. Keep lifting up as high as you can. Extending that top leg so that it's even with the upper body. And extending those right fingertips up to the sky. 3, 2, 1. Way to go, guys. Okay. Plank jacks. These too are loads of fun when done well. Okay, we're going to do our plank jacks for 45 seconds. You're going to come into a high plank. And let's go. Feet go out. Now the point here is that we really want to engage through our core. So we don't want this just to be a messy exercise, that it's really not cardio driven. We want to engage here. And so what we're trying to do is firmly engage through the core, trying not to move the upper body too much at all as you bring the feet out and back together. Engage through that core and keep everything even. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Good. Okay. We've made it. Last one. And guess where we're at? Shoulders. So for shoulders, for those of you that did yoga yesterday, we're going to do dolphin plank. We did this in yoga, and it's so good for the shoulders. So coming into our plank here, I like to bring my shoulders well in front of my plank for the dolphin planks, and we've tucked our toes, and I'm lifting my hips slightly in my plank position. And then 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You're going to press your chest back towards your thighs, lifting up into a downward dog with your forearms down on the ground, and then pull it forward into plank. Again, back, press the chest back, 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 pull it forward into plank, and draw the elbows back once you get there. Lift it up, press the chest back, forward, draw the elbows back. Make sure your elbows are no wider than shoulder distance apart. Back and forward, drawing the elbows. Bring it back, press the chest back, 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 and forward, drawing the elbows. We're almost there, 10 seconds. Back, 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 and hold. Hold it here, pushing the chest as far back as you can. Push, 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 opening up through that shoulder girdle as well by drawing that chest back. And time, release. Awesome. All right. So I really hope that all of you youngins are totally going to click stop after this, repeat the whole thing. And then if you really want to do a great job today, you're going to follow up with Liv's foam rolling session. You can see everything at our Squash at Home website. Thank you guys, and let us know any feedback. I'm Jess at nicklesquash.com. See you next time.